Welcome to another episode of the Taiwanology podcast. This is your host, Liu Kwangyin from Taiwan's Commonwealth magazine. Today we have a very special guest sitting here in the studio, and we are going to talk about GPS systems and more than that. It's going to be beyond your imagination. Every day, countless people rely on directions, whether they're backpacking through the mountain ranges of Central Europe, mountain biking in Taiwan, or simply driving downtown. If you're on the move, chances are you are a customer of Garmin, a company co-founded by a visionary businessman from Taiwan, and that's our subject today. Imagine if you're running a marathon where 98% of your fellow runners are using Garmin devices to track their progress. With nearly 30 million active users, Garmin's wearable devices have become leaders in the fitness and outdoor adventure markets. But Garmin's expertise doesn't stop at wearables. Did you know that 90% of the world's non-commercial aircraft rely on Garmin's advanced flight systems? And when it comes to automotive navigation, Garmin holds nearly 50% of the market share in Europe and over 70% in Asia and the Americas. I have to admit, when I saw the numbers, I was a little bit shocked myself. I didn't know that Garmin was such an important company, but we're going to talk to the best person here. What's even more impressive is that over 95% of Garmin's manufacturing still takes place in Taiwan. I didn't know that, because they want to ensure the best quality and precision in their products. Well, today, I'm very proud to introduce our guest. He is the managing director of the Asia Automotive OEM group of Garmin. His name is Shen Zhiwei. Hello, Jay.
Hello, Kwangyin. It's my pleasure to sit here and also be invited to share, I think, all about Garmin and especially on the automotive.
Okay, thank you, Jay. It's our pleasure to have you here. And he's going to be giving us an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at how this company started. But first of all, Jay, tell us a little bit about yourself. What was your first job, and how did you come to work for Garmin now?
Well, I think that my first year working experience, actually, I worked for Ford, Liuhe.
Okay, Ford Motors.
Yes, exactly, which is in Zhongli. So I start from automotive. And after that, I take the trend of the Taiwan technology. I joined the BenQ. By that time, it's not BenQ, it's called Acer Peripheral Inc. So I joined the team of the smartphone. And we do the OEM for a motorcycle.
So that was 20 years ago.
Yeah, that's 20 years ago. And we're doing the OEM for Motorola stuff. And then I joined the telecom, the Far Eastern. Right. So, which means that for handset category, from handset, client, and also to the networking, I all involved.
So you went from automotive to telecommunications.
Yeah, that's true. And after that, HTC invited me to join the team. And so I fly to Europe very often. And by that time, actually, we are trying to penetrate smartphone into the telecom.
So it was the very beginning of smartphones.
Yeah, exactly. And we try to build all telecoms application embedded into the smartphone, so telecom can enjoy their continuous revenue from the smartphone app.
I see.
So that's the experience before I joined the Garmin. So far, the member of the Garmin, I already work here for 17 years.
Okay, and now you're the head of Asia Automotive OEM group. And as I know that I think almost all major car companies are your customers. Maybe we will get to that. I think whatever car maker we can think of, they probably are your customers. Right. So first of all, can you tell us how Garmin was founded and what are the key moments that shaped the company's progress over the years?
We have the two founders. One is Dr. Ming Gao.
Okay, and he's Taiwanese.
Yeah, exactly. He was born in Nantou, Zhoushan.
That's central Taiwan.
Yeah, and the other is Mr. Gary Burrell. And so...
and he's American.
Yeah, he's American.
How did they know each other?
I think they work together in the same company. But by that time, actually, their company cannot fulfill their vision for the future. So they decided to leave the company and create the new company. So the age they create the company actually is they are not the young people. If I recall correct, Dr. Ming Gao created Garmin at the age of 40 years old. Mm-hmm. And Mr. Gary Burrell is 52. So
mid-career.
Yeah. So actually, they have the same vision for future. So they create this company. And the most interesting part is that's also the Garmin's names come from, because we put Gary and Min together and become a Garmin.
Oh.
So there's no patent issue.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Yeah. And actually, it's pretty catchy. Garmin sounds good.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So both people are all engineers. So they do believe product is everything. And they build up this company in Kansas City, which is right in the middle of U.S. And they build up the design center there. So if you look at the path we have went through, you can say that this year we are the anniversary of 35 years. And in the first decade, actually Garmin started the business from aviation.
How did it start, and who were the first customers?
Well, I think that it's kind of the quite portable aviation stuff, the devices, and can do in the GPS stuff. And also we just put it into the aircraft. And also we also create the other product is handheld product. So the first decade, the most important devices Garmin sell to the market is handheld devices, right, and also aviation product.
Can we go back to aviation? I was very intrigued because when I talked to Cheney from Advantech, he also said that among the first customers were the Air Force or the Navy or something. So Garmin's first customer in aviation, was it also related to Air Force or military, something like that?
I think that Garmin always have some link with the military. I think that
defense.
Yeah, that's difference. And even so far, some pilots in military still wear our aviation watch. Yeah, so I would say that there's always a link there, and going through the whole 35 years, aviation product also have the dramatic change. So I think that probably we can talk this later.
Yeah. So that's how the company started.
Yeah.
And I think most people really know Garmin to be a global leader in providing GPS systems, which is global positioning.
Yeah, I think that most of people know Garmin is about their product selling in the market.
Right, like the wearable watches
Sure.
that monitors your heartbeat and tells you when to sleep, when to eat, and how much calories you have burned while you exercise. And my question was, how did Garmin find the niche market of navigation in the first place?
We don't find the niche market on purpose. The mission of Garmin is we try to create the company enduring operating by creating a superior product in the aviation, marine, outdoor, fitness, and automotive field, which is part of the essential of the customer life. So actually, we are trying to penetrate customers' life. But when we are talking about a superior product, we have to think about what customer need. So they will become the philosophy that we always look at customer need, and we try to make the product with the very good features and can resolve customer pain.
Well, can you give us some examples?
Yeah, for example, the diving watch.
Okay, diving watch. A watch that you wear that you can dive and it could resist a lot of water pressure.
Yes, yeah. So that's the first impression is they must be waterproof, right? Yeah. But actually, it's not only like this. Our diving watch, we can talk to the transmitter on the oxygen bottle, on multiple oxygen bottles in a very deep water, going through the technology we call subwave. Yeah, so they will help the people watch their watch, and they can monitor the oxygen level and also even give the prediction.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's all about the security, it's all about the safety, and even you can do some more under the water. And so that's also the difference between Garmin and so-called Apple Watch. So Apple Watch, they try to use one watch and to fulfill all the demand. But Garmin, when we are looking at the diving world, we try to figure out what feature the diver really need.
Right, the crucial features.
Yeah, exactly. And Shen, the aviation you just mentioned, a lot of our employees are pilot, actually. Yeah, so we got our own handler. We got our own employee as the pilot. So we try to improve our product and to really fit customer need. So going through all this, you can see that we will make every product very, very meet the customer needs.
Tailored to the needs.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of divers who are your employees?
Yes, yeah, definitely. We have the divers, and also we have golfer.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
So we have the golfer in the company.
Right. So the different lines of your products are designed really according to the needs of each activity. I think the diver's watch is very fascinating. So you're saying that the watch could communicate with the oxygen level in the oxygen tank. So in other words, it means when I dive, I can take a look at my watch and know how much oxygen is left and how much longer I can keep diving.
Yeah, you can not just watch your own oxygen bottle level, but the coach, if he bring maybe 8 people or 10 people going to the water, I think the coach can watch everyone's.
So I can monitor the 8 oxygen tanks, the oxygen levels to make sure everyone is safe.
Yeah, of course. And of course, diving, I think, is an adventure. So we want to measure the depth of the sea and then how guide people to safely back to the water, back to the boat. Yeah. I think that's all example. Actually, we are trying to make the product superior.
Wow, okay. So this is very cool. And okay, enough about wearables. And we were just talking about how Garmin was also is a leading market leader in automotive products. And maybe when we come back, we can talk about Garmin's leading edge in the technology and the automotive products. Let's take a quick break. Welcome back to Taiwanology. This is your host, Liu Guangying. We have in our studio today Mr. Jay Shen. He is the managing director of Garmin's Asia Automotive OEM Group. And he is here to share with us how Garmin came to dominate the navigation market. We were just talking about the stunning market share of Garmin in your car. So if you are in the US or in Asia, maybe the car you drive has a Garmin product. And I think 7 out of 10. And in Europe, it's 5 out of 10. And I don't know if, Jay, you're allowed to say this, but I did some research and I found out that you are doing business with almost all of the world's leading car makers, including BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Toyota, Honda, Ford, Geely, maybe Tesla in the very beginning, and Yamaha that's making the two-wheelers. So do you have anything to correct?
Yeah, I think that in past 20 years, I think car industry also have a lot of change there. So maybe 10 or maybe 15 years ago, when people talking about Garmin, what people thinking about is a personal navigation device.
Right.
Which is the devices you can put in the windshield and then can do in a GPS navigation in the car.
Oh, a separate GPS device
exactly.
that you have to bring with you every time.
So let's think that the year 2007, I think Garmin...
About 10 years ago.
Yeah, I think Garmin 75 or 70% of the revenue rely on this kind of product. But after many industry change and all our transform on the technology, actually the current our product is not like that. Yeah,
they're built in the cars.
Yeah, they already be embedded into the car. So there are three main product line. The first one is a domain controller, which is very boring.
What does a controller do?
Yeah, so this boring metal box actually is a very high computing. The unit.
A central processor?
Yeah, it's a central process and you can control the smart cabin, which is all the display and all the human machine interface. Yeah, in the car.
So are you talking about that little screen where you tap and can give you directions and play music?
Not just a small screen. I think that you can see actually in the future, the car probably can do the autonomous driving, and all the rest will be the smart cabin. So what customer can enjoy in the cabin, they will be handled by Garmin.
Oh.
So there's the heart. There's the heart of the car. So Garmin doing this, and that's deeply embedded into the car.
I see. So you're saying that Garmin's product and not only is a navigator for the car, it's also controller, also entertainer, and information center. It does everything for you.
Exactly. And the second items we offer is infotainment, which is when you're sitting in the car, somehow you will see the central panel in the car, and you can do in the touch. You can do in the touch. You can enjoy the multimedia navigation like you mentioned. That's also one of our important product. So in Taiwan here, I would say that maybe 70% Toyota's infotainment in the car provided by Garmin.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, but probably not many people know this. So we are really embedded, and working together with the automaker. And the third one is connected meter. That's for motorcycle. So we will make motorcycles meter, the cluster, and to be with the function of the connectivity. So they will make the rider can enjoy navigation, enjoy multimedia, enjoying the phone call, enjoying a lot of the
even
fancy
riding,
features.
When I'm riding a scooter?
Yes, yes, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, so there will be the digital age. So Garmin, actually, we are trying to put our technology into all different transportation tool. So you can see this from motorcycle to wheels, to car, 4 wheels, and even the truck. I think that we put the different product solution into the different product category together with the customer.
Right. So what I think is very interesting question is in the past, you said that the navigation systems were portable, they were small devices, but later on, Garmin's products were integrated into the cars. I know that dealing with automakers, the OEMs, can be a very lengthy process. They have a lot of special, very high requirements. Could be a headache dealing with them. How did you How did Garmin convince all the automakers to incorporate your product into their car making processes?
I think that it's the very struggling process. Yeah, so you can see that Garmin actually we are doing the B2B and also B2C business. So all the Garmin brand is the B2C, which is people know, but you are talking about the B2B.
Right, the automotive. You have to deal with the automakers.
Yeah, and also aviation, marine also have the sensory, but automotive business is one of the very challenge business we have to do. And so the way we are doing, actually we are trying to do something very different. So the first one is we have to dare to give up.
Oh.
Yeah, so normally people will give up something they are not good at. But the first thing we have to learn is we have to give up something we are really good at. For example, navigation. For example, Garmin branding. Yeah, so when we are cutting into this industry, we have to forget about our advantage. We have to learn something new, and we have to listen to customer what they need and using our technology to fulfill their demand. So I think that's a very big culture, and especially that it's very target driven. The OEM customer, I think, always have the very timely requirements, and you just have to fulfill. So it's kind of culture shock. There's the first one. You have to give up something, and then you can gain. And the second one is you have to embrace your enemy.
What does it mean?
Because when you deep diving into the supply chain of the automotive, you can see that automaker try to bring a lot of your competitor together to doing the design. So either actually you are doing the system and you have to connect to your competitor, or either you are doing the system but your competitor also doing the similar stuff. So something that we call competition, that
cooperate and compete.
Yeah, exactly. So there are a lot of this kind of working model. And probably you remember that during the COVID-19, we have the shortage of the chipset.
Right.
Yeah, in the automotive industry very seriously. I think Garmin doing a good job. So we don't have the very serious shortage issues. And somehow automaker will bring the competitor together and ask Garmin to share the chipset to other competitors to ensure automaker can really ship their car into the market. So we have to embrace our enemy, because a lot of things is we even need to co-design something together.
Design together.
And the last one is we have to dare to accommodate the dynamic. Yeah, so if you look at the past few years, car structure is changing a lot. So,
very different.
Very different. So EV trend, EV car taking place. And also, we have to learn the new technology. We have to offer the different components, to the automakers. But the most important one is chipset providers. So somehow our mission is Garmin want to be the tier 1 supplier to the automaker. So-called tier 1 is we face automaker, we handle the responsibility. But chipset actually now is a tier 0.5.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which means they jump over tier 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, they sit together with the automakers, and they are...
they decide the specs.
Exactly. And for future, for next 5 years, 10 years. And in this way, actually, in one way, we have to work with the automaker. In the other way, we will have to work with the chipset. So that's all a change. in the past few years, and we just have to keep learning. We just have to accommodate this, and even the cybersecurity in before is not important.
Yeah, it's a new issue now.
Yeah, but now it's so important.
Especially there's a possibility of autonomous driving. So I think people are even more concerned that, okay, if I let the car drive itself, what if a hacker or someone wants to hack into my car and take control? I think that's also something people would be very concerned about. And my next questions would be about Taiwan. So we know that one of the co-founders of Garmin is from Taiwan. And in the introduction, I mentioned that 95% of manufacturing for Garmin's parts are taking place in Taiwan. I think that's a pretty special feature of Garmin. So how can Garmin pull this off when a lot of electrical manufacturing have all relocated to Southeast Asia or China? Why did Garmin choose to stay in Taiwan?
I think the most important factor is from day one, Dr. Ming Gao, chairman, they set up the design center in U.S.
In Kansas.
Yeah, in Kansas. And there's no second thoughts. He tried to build all the manufacturing in Taiwan here because we believe that we belong to Taiwan. We want to really fulfill our enterprise obligation here. So I think we all love Taiwan here. So when a lot of enterprise go into China to build up their manufacturer, we stay here. And so now we have many manufacturer factory in Taiwan here. And they also bring the advantage to Garmin because, like we mentioned, Garmin is doing many products. I think we need to offer over 2,000
products
into the world, and not every product sell in the big quantity.
Right.
So I think that the best way is we handle the manufacture by ourselves. Then we can control the quality, not only the design, because I think Garmin believe the vertical integration. We design by ourselves, we manufacture by ourselves.
Right.
Yeah, so if we doing this outsourcing, I think definitely is not a good idea. So this strategy, the first is coming from the love to Taiwan. And the second is definitely also come with our business strategy and can fulfill our manufacturer need to really produce multiple, very diversified products in timely way.
But how about the customers' perpetual pursuit to lower price? I can imagine that a lot of the customers would say that, oh, you have a competitor in China or Vietnam who can sell this 20% cheaper than you do. Why don't you move your manufacturing to Vietnam or Cambodia? What did Garmin say to that?
When we are talking about the manufacturing cost, actually it's not just a labor cost. It's all about the material cost and also about machine cost. So Garmin doing a lot of effort to build the smart manufacturer. So we do a lot of automatic machine in the manufacturer, which can save a lot of labor's effort, labor's cost, and also can increase the manufacturer quality. And also don't forget about the supply chain management, because manufacture just assembly. But how we can ensure the manufacturers non-stop doing the product, we have to have the very good supply chain management operation capability. So we don't think that we move the manufacturer there to oversee to other country can lower down the supply chain management cost, can lower down the machine cost. Actually, instead, we speed up the automation, smart manufacturing stuff. So actually, we don't feel that the manufacturing in Taiwan is more costly than other places.
Right, I see.
Yeah.
So you're saying that if you factor in not just the labor costs, but also supply chain management and also maybe reliability of quality and maybe stability of the society. So when you consider all these factors, actually manufacturing in Taiwan is the best solution.
Yeah, that's the best solution. But somehow, because our company vision is also we have to respect customer and business partner. So somehow we will also listen to customer need. That's also very important. Take automotive OEM customer as an example. They will request us to have the manufacturer nearby their manufacturer.
Right. And also there's a tendency to want a second source outside of Taiwan and China. So, right. So geopolitical considerations.
Yeah. So it's a dynamic world. So to be the enduring company and to be the company who respect customer need, I think for example, for the automotive customer, actually we do the manufacture for BMW, for example, in Europe, in China, and also in US.
Right. So these are all because at the request of the customers.
Exactly.
It's what they need.
Yes.
Do you expect that there will be more requests like that coming from international customers?
I think that with the increasing of the customer, I would say it's possible. But I think we will always keep the best technology, and we will keep the very big portion manufactured in Taiwan here.
Yeah, that's
definitely.
what we want to see as well. And a very interesting question about talent. I think I saw some news article about Garmin winning some award as the best employer in the US. And some people might consider Garmin an American company, but some people would say, oh, it's a Taiwanese company. What do you say? Is it a Taiwanese company or American company?
Wow, that's very interesting question. Yeah, so I would say it's hybrid. So for example, I think US company always bring some innovative idea into the product. But the Taiwan team here always very efficient and on the operation. But also now we also have a lot of very good engineering talents here. So we co-work together. So it's kind of hybrid culture. That's the first one. And the second one is, I think, for example, when we serve automotive customer in Japan, and Japan company actually it's a little bit hesitate to directly work with the US team. Not because US team is not good. That's because of the gap of the language, cultural, and also time zone. Mm-hmm. But when we Asia team here working with the Japan customers,
very smooth.
Very smooth. Yeah, we have tons of talent can speak Japanese, and we are at almost same time zone, very similar culture and working attitude. So they are very comfortable with this. So they will also naturally build up the working model, different team to serve the different customer. And the last one is, I think, is about the company culture. Yeah, we respect the honest, integrity, and also respect to our customer, business partner, and also our associates. I want to take this example, very interesting. So every company have the traveling policy, but in normal company, you will see that the top management going to the business class.
Okay.
And
the rest is economy class.
Yes, yeah. So they will be very different. But in Garmin, you will never see this. Yeah. So the president, the CEO, will sit together with the entry-level engineer in the economy class for a short range.
I thought everyone has a business class. No.
No. We are very practical company.
Okay.
And but for a long way trip, like a Taiwan flight to US, something like this, we will take not business class, but we take the premium economy. And no matter what position you are, you are the general manager, you are the VP, the very new entry, the freshman employee. I think we all sit together.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So we create the culture. We respect our employee.
Very egalitarian.
Yeah. Exactly. So this culture actually is globally. So I won't say it's the American culture or Taiwan culture, but actually it's one Garmin. We share the same value.
as you put it, I think it's a hybrid culture and it's very practical, but also a good balance. I would say that I think that's what makes Garmin a very admired company, either in Taiwan or the US.
Yeah, thank you.
Right. Thank you, Jay, for coming into our show. It's been such a pleasure talking to you. And for those of you who are listening or watching, I hope you are learning one thing or two from our conversation today. Thank you, Jay.
Yeah, thank you, Kwangyin.
So this wraps up today's episode. If you enjoyed this podcast, please take a moment to leave a review or shoot us an email. To read more in-depth reports on how competitive Taiwan's industry and companies are, check out Commonwealth English website. Our next episode will be available September 24th. This show is produced and edited by Weiru Wang. I'm your host, Liu Guangyin. Follow Taiwanology wherever you get your podcast. Talk to you soon.